Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Thursday. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Jay Cone is off tonight. Now, the damage total from Florence is creeping into the billions, and as water begins to recede, that number will only rise. Blame for dozens of deaths. The once Category 4 hurricane made landfall almost a week ago, and now residents of the Carolinas and Virginia are slowly returning to what remains of their homes. But also, waiting for them is a helping hand. From right here in Billings, a Red Cross worker is making her way through the devastation, trying to help as much as she can. Abra Furman arrived in Virginia on September 12th and will stay in the devastated area until early October. She was in Richmond, Virginia, but today was transferred to South Carolina. Her primary mission is to stage supplies and food for flooding and storm victims, as well as make sure there is safe shelter. Now, Furman wants others to know that help is coming from all across the country, even Montana.
Now we're still making sure that people have a safe place to stay, food in their stomachs, and then working with our other community partners just to make sure that as people get to go back home, as roads are starting to be cleared and waters are going down.
Now, this isn't the first time Furman has responded to a disaster. She also arrived in New York City just 10 days after 9/11 back in 2001. She says if people want to help, giving cash donations to the Red Cross is the best way. It was 1 year ago today that Hurricane Maria slammed into Puerto Rico. The most powerful storm to hit the island in a century inflicted catastrophic damage. That's still a long way from being totally repaired. David Begnaud was in Puerto Rico when the Category 4 storm hit and has been following recovery efforts for the past year.
Blue tarps still cover thousands of damaged homes across Puerto Rico 1 year after Hurricane Maria thrashed the island. Many people are still struggling to find a way to rebuild their homes.
Pues la ayuda llegó.
This woman says the cost of raw materials skyrocketed after reconstruction of her house started, and then she ran out of money. The federal government has approved $1.4 billion to help residents of the U.S. Commonwealth, and Congress has approved nearly $20 billion for reconstruction and infrastructure improvements. But many here say aid money has been slow to arrive. FEMA admits it denied nearly a third of the 1.1 million applications for individual aid. Power is finally being restored to just about everyone on the island after Maria crumbled the already dilapidated power grid. But it took months for the island's government-owned electric company to get the lights back on, and outages happen almost daily. The lack of electricity may have contributed to the deaths of many elderly and sick people. The official death toll has been raised from 64 to an estimated 2,975 after a study conducted by George Washington University. Thursday morning at the seaside town where Maria made landfall, a choir performed a traditional Puerto Rican song, marking the anniversary and honoring the people who died. David Begnaud, CBS News, New York.
On the weather front in our region, we broke our dry spell today. Bob, how much rain did we get here?
We got quite a bit. We got about 9/100 of an inch of rain for the Billings area, but let me show you how things shaped up. We go to the Doppler radar right now. You'll notice that we still have a few scattered rain showers and a couple of false echoes around Great Falls, Billings, and Glasgow, but the big stuff is stuff that's moving in towards the Dakotas right now, so this thing is in the process of drying up for us. But as you can see here, here in the Billings area, we wound up with 9/100 of an inch of rainfall. The big guns were over there like at Glasgow, Jordan, and Glendive. They all got 3/4 of an inch, and Williston, North Dakota had almost an inch of rain there. Miles City had half an inch. Another one, Havre, had 61/100, so about 2/3 of an inch. So a lot of places got a lot of rainfall, but places like Missoula, Butte, Livingston, and Dillon, they got bumped out of this one. They had no precipitation at all. We're looking for things drying up in the Billings area. We'll talk about that in your weekend weather in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Well, just like summer, fire season is winding down. The recent run of cooler temperatures and rain could free southern Montana from its fire restrictions by early next week. At midnight tonight, restrictions will come down for all of central Montana and some parts of southern Montana. Now, this leaves only Stillwater County under any type of fire restriction in this region, and those limits will likely end on Monday. Colstrip Power Plant's units 3 and 4 are back producing electricity again, this after being shut down for several months. The Montana Department of Environmental Quality told MTN today preliminary test results show the units are back in compliance with air emission standards. Testing results from units 1 and 2 have not yet been submitted. All 4 of Colstrip's units were down at various times over the summer. 1 and 2 were down for regular maintenance. The plant's operator, Talon Energy, reported units 3 and 4 failed state tests for air pollution standards. Now, Talon has since made modifications to improve scrubber performance to get the units back in compliance. New information tonight in a sexual misconduct case out of Roberts, where the head boys basketball coach is accused of kissing a 15-year-old student. Tonight, the Roberts school superintendent admits to MTN News he not only knew about the allegations against 35-year-old John Wayne Payovich, he also learned about the criminal charge back in August. Payovich faces a misdemeanor charge of endangering the welfare of a minor. Superintendent Alex Ader told us yesterday he was not aware of that official charge. The school board had just rehired Payovich in June, and this year the coach has been holding open gym practices at the school. Court documents state last winter Payovich texted with the girl every morning and night and met with her twice. The first incident allegedly happened after he took the girl Christmas shopping, and the second on January 6th after Payovich had reportedly been drinking. The coach denies kissing or touching the victim inappropriately and has pleaded not guilty. He is currently on paid leave. Now, Ader says he's been waiting to address the suspension of Payovich at the next school board meeting, which is scheduled for September 26th. 911 dispatchers in Carbon County are answering the call for help in a safer, more efficient dispatch center. The dispatch center was built back in May, but our cameras are just now getting a first-hand look. The current courthouse houses courts, the sheriff's office, and the dispatch center, but the sheriff says it's starting to get cramped. So last spring, the county wrapped up a $200,000 addition to that building. It includes an expanded dispatch center and a sally port. The dispatchers tell us they are pleased.
I think just security reasons, it wasn't quite up to par, so here it's a lot better for security. And again, like I said, it's clean, it's fresh, it's new, and so it's a good thing.
While the new dispatch center is nice, county officials admit it's only a temporary fix. As Carbon County grows, crews believe ultimately the sheriff's office will outgrow that current building. Well, it's been nearly 100 years since a U.S. Navy ship has been called the USS Montana. A submarine currently under construction will soon bear that name. The commander of that ship spoke in Billings tonight, and Q2's David J. is standing by to tell us all about it. David.
Well, Jeanelle, the U.S. Navy canceled plans for U.S. Montana battleships in 1922 and 1943, but now the new USS Montana is being built in Newport News, Virginia. The Virginia-class submarine, also known as SSN 794, will be similar to this submarine, the USS Washington. The nuclear-powered submarine is capable of launching Tomahawk missiles, Mk-48 torpedoes, and unmanned undersea vehicles. Commander Michael Delaney had updated the USS Montana Commissioning Committee and the Rotary Clubs on the construction. Delaney says he's enjoying telling citizens about the future USS Montana.
This is my 4th submarine that I've served on, and bar none, the people in Montana are the most excited I've ever seen for their submarine. One of the best submarines out there in the world right now. We have to continue to keep that edge, and we are doing that as a force. Absolutely the best out there now, but we'll continue to improve it.
And the USS Montana is scheduled to be complete in May of 2020. Commander Delaney will talk also in Helena and Great Falls on Friday and in Missoula on Saturday. Jeanelle?
All right, thanks so much, David. In western Montana, when a train passes near the town of Plains, wild horses will run alongside it in honor of veterans and the community. After 20 months of work, you can now check out the 1,000-foot-long art installation. The herd of horses is a nod to the town's namesake, Wild Horse Plains. Artists Dave Williams and Haley Steinbach worked on it for almost 2 years. 3 upright horses are painted in the colors that honor disabled veterans and the families of those who have taken their own lives or died in combat. Coming up on tonight's 10 o'clock news, a Great Falls family is using its grief to help another family keep moving forward. That story next. Plus, the great outdoors also means great revenue for Montana. Find out how much. And in sports, a big night of football at Dalis. Scott shows us if Senior knocks down Bozeman.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.